everybody. Flint from Flint and Steel Survival bringing you this video. I think it was a tall order to ask myself to finish all this in one video, but I'm going to give it my damn best shot. So, this is a knife I got from my wife's mother and father-in-law. It was a build your own knife kit. All you had to do was put on handles. I beat this guy up quite a bit now, but I absolutely love this. This is one of the better knives I've ever had. And I think it was like 40 bucks or something. And all you literally have to do, get a screwdriver, a Torx bit. And I guarantee it came with one, because I know I didn't have those at the time. And just literally fasten the handles on. And then I made the sheath with my stepfather-in-law. My first Kydex sheath, honestly. And then I didn't like any of the belt loops I made, so I just made some out of paracord. Probably one of my favorite woods knives I've ever had. Next up is my Gerber. I can never remember what this is called. Josh over at Frog Tech did a fantastic video on this knife. Keep wanting to say Warrant, but that is definitely not it. This is a great combat knife, nice rubber handles, it's Gerber. I hate the serrations, that's why I never carry it or use it, but it was a nice pickup because it was being discontinued at the time I picked it up. I got a set of 3 SOG throwing knives. One of them we tried to put a leather handle on, did not work. They're all beaten to hell. I don't think any of them are sharp, they're all gouged, but they're fun to play with, so I just wanted to have one just to have one. It's another one of those things. You collect knives, you don't have any throwing knives, what the hell's wrong with you kind of thing. So I felt like I had to get one, so I did. I'll get this out of the way. This was a huge waste of my time and a whole lot of really nice thick leather. I made this sheath and I modified this knife. I was going to do a full series about how you don't have to have money to have a good bushcraft knife. This is hockey grip tape over a red, I'm pretty sure Martha Stewart knife that I picked up at Walmart forever and a day ago. I still have the other small knife that came with it in my kitchen, but this guy, I still might do that series one day, but I'm going to do it a little differently than I previously planned. But I made this super nice thick sheath. Cool dangler. I need to find another knife that fits in here because it pisses me off how much time I spent on it. Next up is my cold steel Pendleton Light Hunter. Absolutely love this blade. Recommend it. It was, God, I think it was $14 or $15. Razor blade sharp right out of the box. Comes with a decent nylon sheath. I had it set up scout carry, but stole the hardware from it. I haven't carried this guy in a good long time, but that's that. I do recommend it for anybody starting out that doesn't have a lot of money. This is my SOG Field Pup 1. I've carried this EDC a lot. This is my go-to EDC fixed blade. Just because it looks classy, it looks low-key, you know, it doesn't look like a huge machete on your hip, and it's got really good retention. SOG makes an excellent fixed blade, and the sheath is just superior to any other sheath in this price range. This was my grandpa's knife. I've shown it before. I guarantee I have a video on it. Schrade. Fixed blade, the sheath is just battered and worn. This rivet's popped out of the bottom, so you got to be careful. The belt loop works really well. My grandpa carried this a lot. This was his from when he was a kid, or maybe teenager. I don't know. He's not around to ask anymore, but absolutely love that blade. I never use it, but it is cool to have. This was my first ever custom knife I picked up at a gun show way before I started YouTube. The guy's name is Robert Karchner. He was testing out a laser engraver service, and they put the damn thing in backwards and laser engraved it on the blade edge instead of up where you normally see engravings. But this is just so unique. I mean, it's just rounded, olive wood handle, mosaic pin, Damascus steel. almost looks like a file, but it's jimped all the way up. It's got some leather wax up in the grooves, but you know how much I paid for that? $50 for Damascus steel, olive wood, a mosaic pin, and a fake alligator sheath. So I could not complain. I've carried this probably twice ever. It's kind of just a conversation piece. If you show it to people, they ask questions. This is my CRKT Sting. I've carried this a lot when I first got it. It was my scout carried fixed blade for defense. I used to carry it into hockey stadiums and other places that they wouldn't let you carry knives because it was up in my belt line and I'd have a long jersey over it. Nobody ever knew I had it. This was my first fixed blade that I ever got. I've done a video on my first knives. My dad carried this guy everywhere for so long, and the day he gave it to me was like the best day of my life for a long time. So I've still kept it, never let it go. The sheath was just sewn up basically with like bootlace, but I've had to do some duct tape fixing over the years. Never gonna get rid of that guy. We're doing pretty good on time. This is my Coup de Man T5. I always screw that up. Yep. Another one of my most popular videos on this channel. Please go check it out. It is a good video. Did a lot of research for that review because there's not a lot of information on it in English. Red liners. This version that has the red liners, the black sheath, and this canvas micarta instead of wood handles is normally like $100 and something bucks. I found it on sale on Amazon for $90 or something like that. Check the video, it has all the information. I got super lucky to find this guy, and it is one of the better bushcraft knives I've ever used. The mystery's kind of solved on what this hole is for. A lot of people said it's for binding it to a stick, which I can see, but I don't agree with. Apparently in other countries like Australia, Spain, where this knife came from, it's actually for your thumb. If you need to choke up on it, it's to make sure your thumb doesn't slide up. It's just like a jimping, and then you can feel it. I mean, it's meant for that. Like if you put your thumb on it, it doesn't slide anywhere. I mean, you can really get a grip in there. If you're, pinching it to scrape or something, it's really helpful for that. And then I love the exposed pommel on this guy. One of the most comfortable knives I've carried in a long time. Because I like how high it sits, because you carry it through this belt loop. The scout carry that came with it just does not work. I'm sorry to tell you guys. For me, it did not work at all because it's backwards. It would have been a left hand draw, and I'm not going to do that if I have to scout carry. So I carry it up like this on my belt, and it's nice and high. So literally all you see out from under my shirt is probably that much of it. Then this is a Swiss Army Zippo custom Bushcrafter. The problem with this guy is how easy it rusts. If you look, rusted the shit out of it. I mean, in just the simplest uses. And it always sticks to the edge. I can clean it up next day, come back, and for some reason this sheath it got shipped in just must have water just sitting in it. I mean, I pierced right through the bottom of the sheath too. Let me show you. Right there. So the sheath's crap, the knife is good, and that's the problem. This is my Escobar Pecker SE K-bar collaboration. Absolutely love the blade shape of this. I like the blade shape of this more than the Izula. I just like the lightness of the Izula a little bit better. And the sheath the Izula comes with is a million times better. I made my own sheath for this guy, and it carries inside the front pocket. So this, I knew shooting all these videos in quick succession would eat my battery. So this is my Becker, like I said. I made this sheath for myself, and I ordered the handle scales for it, and then I also made one for Stutter and Bob out in Canada and sent him the black set of scales. So I'm sure he still has that guy up there. I think I was talking about this. So this clips to the outside of my pocket, right, and it just slips in the front pocket right where you'd put a folder. So all you see sticking out of the pocket is this part. It draws and puts away really, really easy. So So this is probably my favorite pocket carry fixed blade. Next up is my Necker from Cheap Survival. He made this for me. He modified a butter knife. Absolutely love this guy. Sentimental value off the chart, so I absolutely love it. He carved my name in it. And then CS for Cheap Survival. The handles appear to be plywood, but like I said, the sentimental value is off the charts, so I'm going to keep this guy forever. Came in a very nice sheath he made, and has a lanyard with a safety snap. Then I have this guy. It is a Abyssal Wolf Forge knife. I loaned this out to one of my step-brother-in-laws, and he kind of gooed up the blade. Seems like I need to sharpen it, but great size for a EDC bushcraft blade, you know, whatever you want it to be used for. Nice sharp spine, very shiny. You can tell it's been hand forged. It's got all the hammer marks in it. I love this, what the hell would that be called? I don't know, the handle shaping. It makes it feel like it's just a big circle, like a cylinder. Cylindrical. We'll go with that. It's got nice pins, very nice grinding, and then the handle just fits. You know, it fills your hand. It's nice and comfortable to use for long periods of time. And then this is in a Country Prepper sheath. I took the frill off of it. It was like, I think it was carbon fiber maybe? I don't remember. But I wanted to carry it upside down, so I mount this to my belt like this. And then if I have to draw it for defense, I am already there. But this is the way I chose to carry it, so I couldn't really use that overlap thing that he does. So I put it on like this so that I could carry it the way I wanted to carry it. Then, pretty sure this is the 56L. Yep, SCHF 56L. I've been beating the crap out of the edge with it. A little bit on the blade, not too much. But I did strike a lot of ferro rod with this guy. I absolutely love this blade. It's real nice. The sheath is lacking, but for the price you pay, you know, deal with it. And I think they do have that sheath option that had come out. I don't know if they went forward with it because the company got sold or not. But absolutely great knife. It comes with the ferro rod. The sheath has a plastic insert in it so that you're not going to cut through the nylon. Great purchase, and I would recommend making a sheath if you guys can, or ordering one from the aftermarket. Next up, and finally, from this whole series, the last one, this is my favorite bushcraft blade. Well, probably not favorite. My most used bushcraft blade of all time. This is the Gerber Freeman guide, I want to say. Really hope that's right. I'm going to feel so stupid. You can tell how much I've struck ferro rods on this guy. The whole spine looks like crap. All that scorching. The blade is all beaten up from fat wood use, but it's still razor sharp. The thing I like most about this is the handle. It just fits so well in my hand. It's like it was meant for me. So I made this pocket sheath, and I carried this thing for years. I'm talking weekend carry for 3 solid years, probably in my back pocket till I could start carrying a firearm. I also made this little spot for a ferro rod and striker combo from one of the Walmart Light My Fires, I think it is. Let me see. Or no, UST, Ultimate Survival Technology, sorry. I carried this guy for a long time. Absolutely love it. I kind of like the lanyard hole being a slot, so you can slide it back and forth. But I think I've taken up enough of your guys' time. I really appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed the series. Little bit of something different for you guys from my channel. Trying to keep things interesting. I know most of you guys have probably seen most of those knives, but I wanted to kind of do a recap so that when I get a new knife, I don't feel like you haven't seen all my other ones. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it, and have a good day, and I appreciate your time. Bye.